Okay, this is Jerry Satterley of Texas Avocados. This is January 3rd, 2018. And as many of you know, we're having freezing weather. Last night it got down into the low 20s, somewhere 23, 24 degrees. A little bit of a freeze report here. This is one of the Don Juan trees, and it had a lot of new growth on it. And the new growth, of course, it is more tender, and it seems to be burnt. But the tree itself seems to be pretty good shape. It was the new growth that seems to be burnt. On this bigger tree, it didn't have all the new growth, but had a lot of bloom buds on it, and they don't seem to be bothered by it at this time, because it's just barely above freezing right now. The sun's coming out and we have thermal warmth, and that sun is good for them. But it does appear that I have some leaf damage, but hopefully there's no tree damage. I want to show you my little Joey tree. This is the one that froze back last year, and it has very little signs of any freeze damage on the leaves. The bloom buds seem okay. The big trees, I was way up there. I don't know if it's 20 foot yet, but it's way up there. The tree seems all right on some of these spots where there's new growth. There's a little bit of burn, but they've got bloom buds on them, and they don't appear at this time because it's just barely above freezing, maybe 35 degrees or so. It feels good out here because of the thermal warmth. My lemon tree, it got some burn on it on the new leaves, but the main part of it doesn't seem to be that bad. It has blooms on it, as you can tell. And these other trees seem reasonably well. It's just some of the new stuff was a little bit burnt. My poncho tree had a lot of new vertical growth up there. You know, it's up around 10 foot. It'll probably lose some of that new growth up there, but the tree itself, as you can see, seems pretty good. It's just starting to put out bloom buds. It's a little bit behind the others, but it does have cabbage heads. And we still have another night of a hard freeze coming up. This is an opal tree. It's up there at least 15 foot tall. And so it has some signs of light freeze damage, but it's not like it's disastrous. Of the trees that are planted, it does not appear that any are going to be a loss, because they're a little older and more mature now with more bark on them. And I don't know if you can see it way up there. It is that big. Let me get up here closer and kind of get. There's a big honey wasp nest up there, as you can see. That I'm real proud of that. It has gotten bigger since last year, and that's my pollinator family right there. So it's everything's good shape. You're just going to have a little bit of minor leaf damage. So still got another night or two of this, and I think in another week or so, it looks like we're going to have a hard winter. So it's not all over. So we're just getting started in one sense of the word. God bless you, and have a happy new year.